A warm welcome to the program Learn Twi with Opoku. This is part 2 of the lesson on Twi Euphemisms. In other words, we're going to continue how to say certain things politely in Twi. So stay tuned. Today we'll be considering how to say I need a wee or I need a pee. And then also we'll consider how to say I am sick and so on and so forth. Politely in Twi. So stay tuned. Right, let's begin with how to say I need a wee or I need a pee. In other words, how to say I'm going to urinate. That one sounds somehow vulgar, isn't it? Just as when someone says I need a wee or I need a pee, that sounds okay. It's not vulgar, isn't it? Yes. In Twi, how do we say I'm going to urinate so that it will not sound somehow vulgar? First and foremost, you can say mikogunsu, 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 mikogunsu. Literally, you are saying I'm going to water something, or I'm going to sprinkle water. Mikogunsu, I'm going to sprinkle water, or I'm going to water something. Mikogunsu. But the real meaning is that you are going to pee. That sounds okay. It's not vulgar. Mikogunsu, mikogunsu. Another way of saying the same thing is mekoye mihuye, mekoye mihuye. Literally, you are saying I'm going to make myself well. I'm going to make myself well. It is assumed that when you feel the pinch to pee, you are not well. In that kind of situation, you are not well. So you are going to make yourself well. Very good. One thing to note is that we can use the same phrase to mean I'm going to pee or I'm visiting the nature's call. That is to say, I'm going to toilet. If you say I'm going to toilet, that sounds very vulgar, But if you say I'm visiting the nature's call, that sounds okay. It's not vulgar. In the same way, when you say it sounds okay. It doesn't sound vulgar. And as I told you, if you use blunt statements like mekojonso, then the people around, they will look at you and then they will say akwa beini or akwa ifrihin. Akwa beini literally means what kind of a slave is this? And then akwa ifrihin literally means this slave, where does he come from? But they all mean this guy is not cultured, he's not mannered, and he's not civilized, So it's better for us to learn the euphemism way, the polite way of saying such things, so that we do not incur the displeasure of others. Good. So that is that. Mekoye mihuye or mikogunsu for saying I'm going to pee. I'm going to pee. All right. Next, we are going to learn how to say he is sick or I am sick. Someone may ask, but if you say he is sick, what's wrong with it? In Twi, to say he is sick, we say oyare, oyare. The or that you see stands for ono, that is he or she. But when it's serving as a subject to a verb like this, then we take away the no, and then we write the all together with the verb. So we get what? Oyare, oyare, he is sick or she is sick. Oyare. But when you say oyare, it's got some negative connotations. Why? Sometimes when somebody does something that is unbelievable, something unreasonable, and you are angry, in Twi, you could tell the person, wo yare ohun. This is how normally the people do. The mannerism that accompanies that kind of statement is like this. Wo yare ohun. Wo yare ohun. That means, are you sick? Wo yare ohun. Are you sick? So you see that saying that he is sick has got some negative connotations. And so normally we try to avoid using oyare, he is sick, and use other phrases like onte apo, meaning he's not feeling well. Onte apo, he's not feeling well. So we, instead of saying oyare, we can say onte apo, meaning he's not feeling well. Right. We can also say neho mfano, to mean what? He is not well. He's a bit under the weather. Neho mfano. That one also means he is sick. Neho mfano. But that is what? A polite way of saying that. Well, we can also say neho dodono. Neho means himself or his body. Neho dodono. And that means he is not feeling well also. Neho dodono. And the same thing we can also say neho besebeseno. Neho himself. Besebeseno. That means he is not feeling well. Okay, but this refers to a situation whereby the person is not all that sick, neither is he also okay. So neho besebeseno, not all that sick, but not also okay. Neho besebeseno. Good. The next stage, if somebody is sick and the person doesn't get well to the extent that he or she is bedridden, then there's a way of saying that. But let me tell you, for Ghanaians, if someone is bedridden, unless you are a family member, you will not be informed. Or unless that person gets into that kind of situation for quite a long time, so that the family members think that, oh, right now everyone is aware that he or she is bedridden, then whether you are a family member or not, if there's a need for them to tell you, then they will tell you. Other than that, in the early stages, you will not be told. So don't worry if you have a Ghanaian friend whose parents are in that kind of situation and they do not inform you. Don't get angry. That is part of the culture. Okay? Good. So if the person is bedridden, we say watofom. Literally, we are saying he has fallen down. Watofom. That means the person is what? Bedridden. And if the extent to which the person is bedridden is such that is beyond control, then the person can say Odaho tim. Literally, he says he lies flat on the ground. Odaho tim. He lies flat on the ground. That means the person is bedridden, or dahotim, or watofom. However, watofom can also be used to describe a situation whereby somebody becomes financially incapacitated. Someone who used to be rich formerly, but now is somehow bankrupt, then we can say watofom. So if I ask you, what about the rich man who used to operate in our town? How is he doing? If his situation is said that he's no more rich and he's no more financially capable as he used to be, then you can say, oh, watofom. and I'll understand that he is no more rich and he is somehow cash strapped. He is financially weak. What tough form. Good. Let's go to the final one. Assuming your child is sick, and one of the symptoms is that the child farts. You go into the doctor and you will need to tell the doctor this kind of situation. In fact, the true word for fart, I cannot say it, but I'll put it in the description so you can check it for yourself. If you go to the doctor and you want to tell the doctor that the child farts, then you can tell the doctor, mframa. Mframa literally means he releases gas. And that sounds okay. When you say that in Twi, it sounds okay. It's not vulgar and it's not something unpleasant. Mframa. But if you use the actual word for it, then the people will be looking at you. And then they will be saying in their mind, Akwei nani mie. Literally they are saying, this slave, his eyes are not open. Nani means what? His eyes. Mwe, not opened. So this slave, his eyes are not opened. But it means this person is not cultured. This person is not civilized. This person is not mannered. You see? Yeah. So we have to learn those euphemism ways of saying things in Twi, or the polite ways of saying things in Twi. Good. I hope you like this video. And if you do, you can give it a thumbs up. Share so that others will also get access to it and then learn the Twi language the way you are doing. If you have not yet subscribed, you can subscribe. Thanks for listening.